So, Big D, why do you say you keep seeing them RDH license plates?
First of all, the RDH is, the D is for Darnell. And of course, y'all know the H is for Horn. But they want me to keep making these videos for, what is it? I didn't say that. They want me to keep making these videos, to keep strife in between me and the other members of that family. Because one day they might wake up and realize, what are we mad at him for? Exactly why are we supposed to be mad and angry and hate him? Exactly why? And they have to have something tangible. You know they know why. They know the video that I would make about him. They already know that video. They know everything in my head. But why do they need me to put it on video? Because it's tangible. It's something they can touch. It's something they can show. Natural, in the natural. To him and all the other ones. They need strife within the males in that family. With me. And that's how that goes. I took care of them. I took care of RDH and his mother. I told y'all that several times before. They lived with me.
I remember on Fraser Street.
I paid all the bills. I wasn't even there. I was at my girlfriend's houses. I came there. I would give Deborah the money for all the bills, thinking that she was taking care of it. And she wasn't. She was pocketing it. Which makes sense to me now. Because they did what they were doing to me, to her. She couldn't keep a job. Deborah went through over 50 jobs before she was 30. And I'm not lying, I told y'all that.
Lord have mercy.
Go see the video. What was it? Help Wanted?
Yup, Help Wanted.
I'm not lying. She went through at least 50 jobs before 30.
I remember.
So that's on me a little bit too. I knew where she's getting the money. Where is she going to get the money to do other things? She did it with the money I gave her for the bills. Never put a dime on the bills. She got her case money and she moved out of my house with her case money until she burnt that. Then she had to move in with one of them other witches. But their fear is that one day RDH will wake up and say, what did he ever do to me except take care of me in my childhood?
I know that's bad.
My mom couldn't have been paying the bills because she couldn't work. They wouldn't let her work through the voodoo. There's a fear. So they need me to do something or say something about him that can make it tangible and a legitimate anger and hate towards me. Right now, there's nothing there. I took care of him all his childhood life until his mother moved out with case money in a world of fantasy thinking that was going to last.
That's horrible.
Forever. And it's crazy. Here's another You hear my voice, by the way.
I
There's
hear.
another mail truck over at sitting in Wawa. That's all they do all day. Let me look around. I'm sure it's some other. But that's it about that. They trying to get me to do this video, so I'm doing it. And the only one thing about RDH, who I raised like a son, by the way, with his mother, a daughter, my mother's daughter that's older than me, by the way. She left. By the way, she left my house. My bills was in the thousands when she left. That's how much she didn't put anything on my bills. She left my home. She left all the old furniture. Her sister Faye gave her a bunch of old furniture that she didn't want to get rid of, to get it out of her house, so she didn't have to pay for come get all. We take junk or whatever that is. You hear my voice. So she gave all of this junk to Deborah to dump in my home, and then she left with my bills in the thousands and my home junked up with all this furniture that now I got to pay to get rid of. These are the type of people I'm trying to tell y'all about. These are the type of folks. But they're also afraid that somebody will wake up one day and say, what are we angry with him for? Whatever he did, he was right. Whatever he's talking about is the truth. And so they need strife. The only thing I was going to say about RDH is that I took off from work because I was working. I had to pay bills. I took off from work to take him to his first day at Rutgers University. You know that college with the R that they use for rescue? I took him to Rutgers in my then other expedition, my first expedition, brand new. Loaded my van with all his stuff, all his belongings, and drove almost to New York on my taking a day off from work to take him to college. This is the type of stuff they don't want them to remember. Wake up one day and remember and say, why do we hate him? He never did anything to us. If anything, he did stuff for us. Took him always to Rutgers. Him and his mother loaded him up, loaded my van up, loaded his apartment up, and took off. Never a thank you. Never, from either him or his mother. Never here's gas. Here's this, here's that. No, that's your uncle. That's my brother. This is how they think. These people have been users for a very long time. Thieves and killers for a very long time. So I'm giving them the video that they wanted. Now, initially I was going to make this video for the simple fact that I was at my mother's house one day, and I saw some type of test or term paper or something from Rutgers on the kitchen table, and I looked at it and I said, wow, does anybody have a magnifying glass? Who can read this? The print was so small, so teeny. You know, in psychology, we try to decipher handwriting and what's going on with the individual. we use the term tiny. And there's some, adjectives to that, characteristics to certain handwriting. Tiny is one, but small is one. I don't know about tiny, but teeny is even smaller than tiny. I could not, you needed a magnifying glass to read the answers. And I just spoke out loud. I said, well, there's a deeper issue here with his writing, his penmanship. Something's wrong. And I would get to the bottom of it. I don't even know how a professor wouldn't address that. I don't know how. And so, again, Rutgers and Rowan with that R. And you hear my voice? Rutgers and Rowan with that R for rescue. These cultists are strong in these particular universities. All universities with these sororities and fraternities and stuff. But that's all I could think of. Who could pass you through? Who could pass you through writing like this? And everybody at the house made a big deal. Oh, it don't mean nothing. It ain't nothing. And he got a degree. All of them got a degree. I told you about that affirmative action thing on my mom's daughters. They all got degrees. So it's something with this satanic sorority, fraternity, push you through kind of thing. But that's all I wanted to do is address that. I was going to address that. I don't know how you get through college with that kind of penmanship and not questioned by an instructor. I don't know how it happens. But I left it alone. They were in uproar that I was making a big deal out of it. Most of them not so educated. So I left it alone. He did get his degree, and I, left it at that. But now I understand about universities and jobs and with this cultist thing. And I'm learning that everything that you thought black and white definitely ain't black and white.
Don't I know it?
And that's all I wanted to cover about that. That's all I wanted to cover about that. They need me to keep making these videos and harping on family members so that these family members of theirs don't wake up one day and say, wow, why is he such a bad guy after 50-something years? Because he said the truth about one person? That they're killing people? That they're witches?
Oh, Jesus.
Why is he such a bad person? Because some of these people were his loved ones? Is that what makes him a bad person? I'm trying to figure it out. Anyway, I hope I answered y'all question, man. I can go on and on. Y'all know I can.
I know that's right.
But I'm out. I'm done with this. I'm done.